Welcome back to the B-Movie Drive-In Exploitation Challenge. This is days 18 and 19. I got in 5 films over the last 2 days. Starting out with this is my comfort movie. I saw this movie for the first time when I was in junior high school. After school, someone had a 16 millimeter print of this thing, and I just fell in love with it ever since. But it's with Bela Lugosi, and it's The Invisible Ghost. This is probably the best of the monograms, I would think. I mean, if The Devil Bat had been a monogram film, you would have to rate that number 1. I would think this and Voodoo Man is kind of challenging for the top place in the monogram catalog. But I think it's a very good film. You know, at this point, Bela was right off of Son of Frankenstein. I guess I consider this a paycheck movie, given his financial situation, but he doesn't phone it in. Bela plays it up really well as a guy that's haunted by his dead wife. And there's some pretty decent chilling scenes in this. It's a brisk 60-some minute movie. This feature comes with an audio commentary of Tom Weaver and others, and Kino did a good job on this. So I would recommend it if you don't have this in your collection and you're a Lugosi fan, pick it up. There's the internal artwork, and then a nice little pane of pictures there. So yeah, this is a good little film. I'd give that a 7 out of 10. This is my favorite monogram. Next up is an exploitation film, and that is Turkey Shoot. 1980, I believe. 1982. This is the Severn release, directed by Brian Trenchard Smith. You've got some stars in this. Olivia Hussey is in this, who apparently suffers from agoraphobia. She looked honestly petrified in this movie. And apparently she's had a real problem. Maybe she still does. I don't know. Had a real problem with agoraphobia. And so she was apparently a pain in the butt to work with in this film because she was just petrified of the Australian wilderness. This film is a take on the 1924 story, The Most Dangerous Game, which was most famously made in 1932 with Fay Wray. But you've got a number of films that have played into the man hunts man story of the most dangerous game, and this is, I think, when you look at that portfolio of films, I think this one is probably the best one. It's clearly an 8 out of 10 movie. Hell of a lot of fun. There's a bald guy in this, is kind of the camp enforcer, bald guy with a kind of a bushy walrus mustache. He was also in Mad Max. You'll catch him in this film as well. It was a great film, loaded with special features. Now, I haven't gone through the special features yet. There's an audio commentary. I did watch the 26 minutes featurette, which talks to the producers and Brian Trenchard Smith about the making of this film. But it was an excellent, fun film. You got heads exploding. You got machetes going in the middle of heads. You've got machine guns just blowing up bodies, which apparently got the MPAA cut that out. And Brian was insistent upon everyone seeing this body getting exploded by this World War II German machine gun that he has it, I think, in a clip in Dead End Drive-In, if I'm not mistaken. Excellent film. A lot of fun. Highly recommended. Next up was a little bit of a disappointment. I liked it, but it was a very uneven film, and that is Hex, Shaw Brothers' 1980 film. Basically a murder revenge film with a wife that's being abused by her husband, and she kills him. or thinks she kills him. It's got a number of twists and turns in it, but the story kind of veers off. It starts out as a serious storyline, then it throws in comedic relief, and then it has this bizarre 10-minute, must have been 10 minutes of this gorgeous woman dancing buck naked as they're trying to exorcise the house. It's different. I can't say that I loved it, but I liked it. I just thought that it was kind of uneven in its approach. There was 2 special features which I did watch: a 26-minute discussion about the Shaw Brothers filmography, and then a 6-minute feature on the language within the Shaw Brothers films, the Hong Kong Cantonese versus Mandarin type stuff. It's good, interesting. This is an 88 films release, part of their Asia collection. Then I watched a rough one. The Hollywood Strangler meets the Skid Row Slasher. And I bought this for the Joe Bob Briggs commentary, which I haven't listened to because I watched the movie, and it's a 2. I can't give it more than 2 out of 10. It's 70 minutes, but it feels like 170 minutes. Ray Dennis Steckler, also a.k.a. Cash Flag. I kind of like that name. I'd probably just change my name to Cash Flag. Who also directed, you may know, The Incredible Strange Creatures that were mixed up and became zombies. That crazy movie. He directed that. He also directed this. There's not a drop of dialogue in this. He shot the whole film like it was a Rudolph Valentino silent film, and then he just overlaid people kind of giving exposition and talking through the film. So it's totally silent. Crazy. But it's a slog to get through. There's a lot of nudity and kills, but the kills are all done off screen. All you see really is the knife with some blood on it. The guy that strangles these women. I mean, you get a lot of titillation shots and things like that, but it is painfully slow to get through. I can't speak to the commentary yet, but I'm looking forward to hearing that. And then finally, some car exploitation. 1970s Vanishing Point. Back in the 70s, you had just a slew of films that came out after Woodstock, in and around Woodstock. Counterculture films, led most notably by Easy Rider. And this is another one. You got a guy in a 1970 Dodge Challenger who is crossing the country to San Francisco. He's got to get to San Francisco, like 48 hours or some shit like that. And he's got everybody on his ass to try to stop him. And you've got some black radio DJs that are rooting for him and trying to build up support for him, just like Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, and those type of things. Fun movie. Fun watching those Dodge Challengers go. I'm a big Dodge Charger guy. I love those cars. And this is the 1970 RT, which was they had 5 of them they used. One was 440 horsepower, and another was a 383 power with an automatic. Barry Newman stars in this in his first lead role. He went on to do, my God, a litany of TV shows. He does a very good job in this. You'll see some cameos, some early cameos from a lot of actors in their first roles in this film. Loaded with special features. You've got audio commentary and all kinds of other things. But I highly recommend this film if you're into car exploitation, Death Race 2000, that type of thing. If you like that kind of stuff, if you like Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, you'll like Vanishing Point. So there you go. That's days 18 and 19 of the Exploitation B-Movie Challenge, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks.